Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Learning Logomaniacs. This is Shivi and we will do Merchant of Venice Act 1 Scene 2 today. Act 1 Scene 1 is there already on the channel, please do have a look. The actors on stage, Portia and Nerissa. We see that Portia is in a conversation with a lady in waiting, Nerissa. She describes a bunch of suitors and shows her dislike towards them. In the end, we also see that she is reminded of Cassandra of her father's time. So let's get started.
Have faith, Nerissa. My body is tired of this great world. Nerissa. Yeah, you must be. Only if you had bad luck, as plentiful as wealth and good luck. For anything, I believe those who eat excessively are equally sick as ones who eat nothing. The best way to be happy is to be in between. Those who possess too much grow old quickly, but those who have just enough live longer. Portia. Good proverbs and well spoken. Nerissa. They would be better if well obeyed. Portia. Had it been as easy to do good just as knowing what is good, chapels would have been churches, poor men cottages, princes' palaces. One is a good preacher who follow his own instructions. I may rather lecture and teach 20 of being good than to be one person out of the 20 who actually does the good things taught. The brain can tell the heart what to do, but it does not matter. Hot temper always overpowers cold rules. Youthful high spirits are just like hair, leaping over good advices as if an old man. But all these wise talks won't help me choose a husband. Oh dear, the word choose is strange. I can't choose who I like, neither refuse whom I dislike. The desire of a living daughter, restrained with the testament of a dead father. Isn't it pain, Nerissa, that I cannot choose or refuse anyone? Nerissa, your father was a man of high moral standards, and religious people get odd ideas on their deathbeds. Therefore, the game he figured out with the 3 boxes of gold, silver, and lead, of which one choosing your father's meaning chooses your will, of course will be correctly chosen by someone who will truly love you. But tell me, do you like any of these princely suitors who have come? Portia. I request you, call out their names, and as you call out, I'll describe them, and according to my description, guess my level of affection. Nerissa. Well, first is Prince from Naples. Ah, yes, an awkward man like young horse. All he talks about is his horse. He thinks it's a great credit to his character that he can shoe a horse all by himself. I am afraid his mother have had an affair with a blacksmith. Nerissa. Then there's the Count Palatine. Portia. He just knows how to frown, as if he wants to say, if you don't want me, I don't care. He may hear happy, funny stories and still not smile. I'm afraid he's so sad, solemn. When he's young, he'll be the weeping philosopher. Heraltus, distressed by man's stupidity. I'll rather marry to a skull with bone in mouth rather than these 2. God save me from them. Nerissa. What do you think of French Lord Monsieur Le Boon? Portia. God presented him life, therefore let him be accepted as human. I know it's bad to make fun of people, but still, his horse is better than Napolitan's and frowns more than Count Palatine. He tries to outdo everyone so much that you couldn't know who he is. He possesses everybody else's character and no personality of his own. If a bird sings, he starts jumping up and down. To show off his fencing, he fought with his own shadow. If I marry him, it would be like marrying 20 husbands. If he hates me, I'll forgive him. But if he loves me desperately, I would never be able to love him back. Nerissa, what about Falconbridge, the young English baron? Portia, I have no opinion about him, because we don't understand each other. He doesn't speak Latin, French, or Italian, and you bear witness I hardly know English. He appears to be handsome, but how can you talk to someone not knowing your language? How strangely is he dressed! I think he bought his jacket in Italy, his half pants in France, his hat in Germany, and his manners everywhere. Nerissa, what do you think of Scottish Lord his neighbour? Portia, he is a man of charity, since he let the Englishman slap him on the ear and did hint back. He just threatened to pay the Englishman back later. They even helped Scott to pay the English back, signing his name underneath Scotsman's signature. Students, it hints us the friendship of French and Scottish when they helped each other against English. Nerissa, how did you find the young German, the Duke of Saxony's nephew? Portia, pretty awful in the morning when he isn't drunk, worse in afternoon when he is drunk. At his best, he is little less than a man, and at his worst, he is little more than an animal. If the worst that ever happened should happen, that is, marrying him, I will rather find a way to go without him. Nerissa, if he decides to choose among the caskets and chooses the correct one, you'll be disobeying your father's last wish, not accepting him. Portia, for the fear of this, please put a nice big glass of white wine in a wrong box. I know he'll get tempted and choose the wrong one. I'll do anything, Nerissa, than to marry someone who may suck any amount of liquid as sponge. Nerissa, you needn't worry, lady, accepting any of these as lord. They have informed me with their decisions, which is rather to go back home and give up onto you, unless there was some other way to win you rather than your father's divides test of caskets. Portia, I'll live to be as old maid as Sibylla. Sibylla was a prophetess who had life of as many years as the number of sand grains in her hand, and die like Virgin Diana, who is the goddess of virginity, unless I can be won by the rules of my father's will. I am happy the suitors are sensible to leave. Among them there is no one whom I will miss. I wish them all safe departure home. Nerissa, do you remember, madam, at the time when your father was alive, a Venetian scholar and soldier who accompanied Marquis of Montferrat? Portia, yes, it was Bassanio. I think that was his name. Portia tries to pretend not remembering him well to Nerissa. Nerissa, yes, madam, of all the men I have ever encountered, he deserves a beautiful wife. Portia, I remember him well, and yes, he is worthy of your praise. A servant enters. So, any news? Servant, the 4 suitors look for you. It seems that Shakespeare has forgotten that 6 suitors were described, or maybe it was just a play of words. The 4 suitors look for you, madam, to say farewell, and we have a messenger from a 5th Prince of Morocco, who brings us the news of his master arriving tonight. Portia, only if I could be happy to welcome the 5th, just I am happy saying goodbye to the other 4. I would have been happy of his coming. If he possesses the nature of a saint and looks of a devil, I pray he may rather hear my confession on behalf of a saint than accept me as his wife. Let's go, Nerissa. To the servant, leave. Go ahead. As we shut the door on one suitor, other attention knocks at the door.
The notes of the video, all the 6 suitors and the description according to Portia is quite important. One of them is often asked. That's it for the video. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, share the video, subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and comment down your queries and your opinions below. Take care. Bye bye.